Hey guys, Brett here, and so today I decided to do something a little bit different. You see, a lot of times I get interviewed because I do product launches, and one of the people that interviews me a lot is my friend Mike, and he is doing a product launch. He's being a part of a product launch. I think, is this your first software, Mike? It's not your first launch.
First software. I mean, normally the last one we spoke about, it was my an information product teaching kind of how I run my business. But yeah, this is the first time I've been involved in a software.
So I thought it would be cool to do something a little bit different. And this time I'm going to interview Mike, put him on the other side. Let me see what it's like to be on the interviewer side, and let Mike to see what it's like to be in the hot seat a little bit, as it were. So Mike, do you want to just start us off and take us into the new software?
Sure, guys. For people that don't know about me, I do interviews most of the time and reviews just like Brett does. And for the software that we're going to be talking about today, it's a project that I was asked to be involved with Joshua Zamora and his partner Mitch, where it's kind of perfect for the kind of stuff that I do. It's a link building software that goes out there, and instead of having to go out there and build all these little social bookmarking links on your own, you can have the software do everything for you. And what this is good for and what this isn't good for, in my opinion, is if you're going to be going out there and you're going to be ranking videos, specifically YouTube videos, it's really powerful for ranking those because they already have a lot of links built to them naturally every day from everyone around the internet. It's a Google entity where it's used to a lot of attention. So if you have a video that you put up and you're trying to rank it, sometimes when you put it up there, you get it up and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't rank. You're wondering where the traffic is, where the views are. But if you can just give it that little bit of an oomph and some extra backlinks and some extra love, then you can give it enough so that it will pop up into Google. Sometimes it will get on the first page. Sometimes it will be number one. It gives it that little bit of extra backlink juice to rank it on the first page. Now, of course, it doesn't work every single time. We're not here to spout lies at you, but it does help, and we have had some case studies that we've been doing. In fact, the first video that I ever used it on ranked on the first page, and I'm going to show that to you today. What I don't recommend using this with is if you have a website and you want to just start hammering it with backlinks, you want to be really careful. And if you do use this on a website that's one that you own, I would recommend using the scheduler on it. So you build out the links not all at one time, but over time, slowly. And that's an option as part of there's just 3 options on the sales page for it. But that's one of the options. If you want to pick that up, that's going to help it so that you can do it a little bit more naturally. But you always have to be careful. If you're going to be throwing tons of links at your website at one time, it might look a little bit unnatural to Google. But if you're doing it to a YouTube video, then usually it helps to rank that video.
So Mike, you said before that like it works all the time, doesn't work it works sometimes, not all the time, most of the time it works. So what you're telling me is that this is actually a tool and not a magic bullet, right?
Exactly, and Brett and I, we're very similar in the fact that, I mean, if you've been following Brett for a while, you know Brett tells you how it is. He's not going to sweeten something up just to make a sale, and I'm not going to sweeten it up to make a sale either. It's a tool, and it's something that can help you. If you buy it and you never use it, it's not going to do anything for you for your business. But it can help you. There's multiple ways of monetizing it, whether you're building links to a video or if you're doing this as a service, which I'm going to show you also today as well. There's multiple ways that you can make some money from this.
Well, honestly, Mike, I think that tools are the good software. When you see something when I see something at least, and they call it like this, I'm going to press a button and all of a sudden I'm going to make, 10 grand a month, that kind of turns me off. When people say, look, this is a tool, I mean, really good software is a tool. I always tell people that, if I used to be a carpenter before I became a developer. I always tell people if I wanted to, I can grab a nail and keep pushing it with my hand into a piece of wood. But I'd rather just smack it with a hammer. Yeah. And that's what good software is. It's a tool. It makes what you could do on your own easier and faster. Now, I want to ask you, you're saying about videos, and I think we talked about this a little bit before in the pre-interview. So this is designed for videos, or it's just more suited for videos as opposed to websites, or can you elaborate on that?
When we put this together and when we were trying to figure out the best way to use this, it was specifically like, okay, we've got these videos that we're ranking. I do a lot of video marketing. Joshua Zamora does a lot of video marketing, and a lot of times when we put these videos up there, sometimes they'll rank, Brett, and sometimes they won't. And when they don't rank, if there's an easy way of just building some links to them and giving them a little bit of extra juice, then that's what I want to do. But I'm not going to go out there, like you talk about using a piece of software to do the hammering for you. I'm not going to personally go out there and build all those little backlinks on my own. I don't have the time to do it. I would rather make more videos than spend my time building these links. But if there's a piece of software that I can just go out there and just click a button and have it do it for me, why not do it? Why not give it that little extra juice? And actually over time, you're going to build more links to your videos. If you're building, if you also have a website, what I recommend doing is also linking that YouTube video back to your website so that you can get that link juice funneling back to your site. So build those links to your videos, and you can hammer your videos with it. But then after, if you try to do the same thing to your website, it can be seen as too much. But if you're doing it to the videos, then just that link juice is going to trickle through, and it will help you get natural rankings as well.
You know, I got interested in that because of the, you know, if you search for a lot of products that I review, you'll see that my blog posts usually always rank pretty high up on the search engine results. But always right above my blog post is videos. Mm-hmm. And all my blog posts have videos. I do review videos as well. I demonstrate using the software. I never get any rankings to my videos. I can't do it. I don't know why. I can rank my website. I can't rank my blog post. So when you were saying about this and you were talking about ranking videos, it kind of became interesting because it's like, man, I actually want to know how to do that anyway because it never works for me.
One of the cool things, Brett, is that Joshua actually includes inside of the course as a bonus one of his boot camps on how to rank videos. So it's not like you're going to get this software and you're going to be like, oh, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this now. It actually has training on how to get your videos ranked, how to go in there, how to optimize them, how to make it so that you're going to have more of a chance of ranking. Now, if you go out there and you start trying to rank for make money online, it's not going to happen. Like, it's just like anyone who's telling you that you can do that is just, they're lying to you straight out. But if you've got videos that you go out there and there's a little bit more of a long tail keyword that has a little bit less competition, but it still has monetary value, like a lot of times you can do it for review videos in the IM niche. Local video marketing, it's a lot easier to go out there and to rank a video for a local business name or a local business like plumbing in Bangor, Maine, or whatever. Like, that would be much easier than trying to rank for weight loss. And if you can go out there and you can rank for these videos, there's so many things that you can do. You can sell it as a service to people. If you go out there and you rank a video and you can prove that you know how to do something, it's going to make it much easier to get your foot in the door. I know you did a product launch a little while back about a piece of software that would help to fix the whole problem with people having mobile-friendly websites. Now, these can be seen as ways of getting your foot in the door. If you're able to provide value to someone, if you're able to get a result for someone, if you're able to prove yourself to someone, then it's going to be much easier for you to actually get business with them. They get so many emails from people saying, oh, I'm going to make you #1 in Google by next week. Well, who are you going to listen to? Someone that sends you proof that they're already ranking for a keyword in your local area, and they show you a video that's actually ranking, or you're going to listen to someone that just kind of says it and they don't back it up with proof. Of course, you're going to listen to the guy that sends you that proof. And if you're trying to rank anything, I used to do niche websites, and it usually took me between 30 to 90 days for a niche website to rank. So I would buy a domain name, I put some content on it, I would do some backlinking to it. It would take me 30 to 90 days. With videos, it's sometimes instantly that you can get them to rank. And if it's not instantly, if you build some backlinks to them, you can give them that little extra push to rank in the search engines. And this isn't theory. I've done this myself, and so is my partner on this launch.
You know, you were saying about like long tail keywords, and you mentioned like affiliate products and stuff, and that's what I like to rank for And it's really good for affiliate products because like one or two sales and you're like you're in the black, you're making money. And I see the same thing. Like I was saying before, I'll do my review post, it'll rank up high, and then I'll wait like a day and see how I'm doing, see if I'm going to get organic traffic. All of a sudden, there's these videos on top. You know, like it's like, where did these people came from? They just come out of nowhere. They push me halfway down their page. You know,
and that's why, because there's other people, especially on these launches. A lot of people are doing these. It's called launch jacking. I know you know what it is, and they're trying to get that free traffic coming in from these videos, and these videos will pop up there, and you need to give yourself kind of an advantage over these other people. What can you do to make it so that your video is going to be ranking? And not theirs. But at the same time, I would say that don't think of these videos as an end-all. You want to be sending traffic back to your website. You want to be getting people on an email list so that you can use these videos. Don't think of them as a one-time free traffic source. Think of them as something that you can have that traffic come in and then be able to capture it and be able to market to that person over and over and over again. It's people that think more in the long term that have success rather than people that are just like, oh, shoot some traffic at me and I'm gonna make $7 or $67 from an affiliate commission. It's the ones that make that over and over again that are here for the long term.
And people do that. They put links inside of the description, right? Mm-hmm. So is that where you put a link to your website?
I put it right back to my website.
You can even register your site like on Google, can't you? And then like have those pop-ups and stuff, right?
What you can also do, and sometimes I'm admittedly lazy about this. I should be doing it more. But what you can do as well is you can do Google Cards, and you can have if you register your website and you associate it with your YouTube account, you can make it so that you can have cards that or clickable links that show up on your videos. It's going to make it more likely that people are going to click on them. That's something I should do, Brett. Are you doing that, or is that something that you should be doing too?
I couldn't think of the name of it, but now that you said the name, it popped back in my head. Ray Lane just told me about that maybe a week ago, and it's one of the things that like I'm going to do tomorrow, but tomorrow never goes.
It's the same with me, man. I'm always like, I should be doing this, and hopefully the next time we do an interview, I'll have them on all my videos, because really, it's the reason why we do these videos is not because we want to see how many views we can get or how many likes or whatever. I really don't care about that. All I care about is getting that traffic to my website. And sometimes I've used the software on different YouTube videos. Sometimes they'll rank on the first page of Google, but then other times they won't rank on the first page, but they'll rank right at the top in YouTube. And when they're ranking in YouTube, YouTube is what, the second biggest search engine behind Google. So if they're ranking in YouTube, what happens is when other people have their links clicked on, you can actually show up on the side of their videos and get traffic siphoning through from there as well. So it's a huge way of getting free traffic. If you're not using YouTube as a free traffic source, then start today. There's so much room for it. There's so many products that are launching, and one of the things I always get asked from people is, well, if everyone's doing this, isn't it gonna get crowded? It might get a little bit more crowded, but it's the people that do this consistently and the ones that have success with it, the ones that start seeing their videos ranking, the ones that are able to consistently do this, that keep doing this over and over and over again. And you know as well as I do, the reason why you and I are successful is because we are consistent in what we do. And the fact that we both use video marketing and YouTube marketing to bring in free traffic and to make more sales.
Well, I mean, that's important. Like you said about, is everybody doing this? Is it going to get crowded? Well, you know, there's two things to consider about that. First, everybody's not going to do it because like, people are honest. Let's be honest. Some people are going to stop. They're not going to stick with it. They're not going to take action. And also, it's kind of hard to crowd the entire world. I mean, you know, that's the great thing about being online is the entire world is your marketplace. It's not like if I opened up a pizza shop and I just have a 2-mile radius of customers. You know, you go online and the whole world's your marketplace. It's a pretty big world out there. So I don't see it getting crowded anytime soon.
And when there is competition, the reason why there is competition is because there's money there, or there's a reason for people to be in there. So if you can just grab some of that money that's coming in, if you can use this free traffic source, you don't need to go out there and spend money on a ton of things to be able to get this done. I mean, if you end up getting the software that we talked about today, That's a one-time fee. There is a one-time offer that we'll be talking about as well that gets you a list of of sites every month. That's reasonably priced as well. So like if you use that kind of a technology to give you an advantage over other people, it's going to give you that that advantage over others and make it more likely that you're going to make money from it.
Well, Mike, I got the gift of gab. You know, my grandfather used to tell me they have to shoot my mouth when I died so I don't wake the dead. So I'll talk all day long if you let me. So why don't we just go right into the software demo and you can show us and everybody can see what we're talking about.
Cool, cool. And I'm excited to show this to you. 1 second. Usually, this is kind of weird for me, Brett. Normally, I'm the person that's telling other people to share
Mike,
their screen.
You're kind of, you can feel free to take the lead. I mean, this is like your 700th interview. It's my 3rd, so.
No, you're doing well, man. You're doing a good job. Can you see my screen?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. So hopefully my wife was just writing to me a minute ago, and hopefully she won't continue writing these little messages come across the screen here. But right now I'm going to show you a few things before we look at the software, because if you're like me, I actually, when it comes to software, and maybe this will insult you, Brett, because you're a developer, but when it comes to software, I really don't care what it does. All I care about are the results that it's going to give me. I just want whatever it's going to give me, whatever kind of benefits that software is going to give me. It can run around, it can go around the world 10 times, it can do this, do that. I don't care. I just want to make sure that it's giving me something, making me money, giving me an advantage in my business. That's what's important for me. So here on the sales page, it talks about new video marketing technology, ranks your videos on page 1 in Google in 48 hours or less. And this is a claim that we have here that we've been able to do with the software. Again, it's not going to rank every single video, but it has actually done it. Now, some examples that we can look at first here. This is something, Buckeye Impact Group review. Joshua Zamora was getting phone calls from this company that was posing like they were connected to Amazon and going out there and calling people up, making it sound like they were from Amazon, and then trying to get people to give them money or join something with them. It was a scam. It was completely misdirecting, using the brand name Amazon to get people to do what they wanted them to do, and it was false. So what Joshua did was he just went out there and was like, look, he created a review video about it, just saying Buckeye Impact Group review and scam warning. He talks about it. It's a real video if you actually look at it here. And you can see that he's actually like talking about it. He's actually in Greece at the time while he does it, and just talks like a normal person about what the thing is, what was happening with it. And he made this video, and at the end here, he's got a link so that someone can go and come to his website and join his email list. So this was one way that he was able to use the software. He was able to backlink it and to shoot those links and get it to rank on page 1 here. So it's right on page 1 there. The first time I ever used the software myself, it was funny. I was on a Skype call with the developer of the software. I'm not the software developer. I'm horrible with that kind of stuff. But he was teaching me exactly how the software works and really making it so that I would understand it. And I was just kind of testing it out. And I had a video, and it wasn't ranking on the first page. I'd already created the video. It wasn't ranking on the first page. I went in, ran it through the software, and you can see right here, Little Guy Big Profits review, Mike from Maine. First one I ever did, it ranked right there on the first page. And you'll also see one little kind of a cool little advantage with it. Well, first off, I'm ranking over their website. And also, my website, MikeFromMaine.com, is also ranking. So this video right here, this actually has a link back to MikeFromMaine.com. So I'm able to take that link juice and point it back to my website as well so I can get that traffic. And you'll also see there's other videos here ranking on the first page. These videos, and if you do searches for these product names, you're going to see, just like Brett said, that they're ranking here at the top. And if you can just give yourself that little bit of extra oomph from these links, it's going to help you to do that.
You know, that actually right there, you're showing exactly like you said what I was talking about earlier. I mean, the videos rank higher in Google, and I'm not. I don't. know the inner workings of Google or anything, but I kind of think that might have something to do with the fact that Google owns YouTube now. You know, that they kind of put it up there a little bit.
Yeah, and that's exactly why. They want people to come to their website. They want people to come here. They want them to search around. They want them to click on their ads. I mean, and to start getting lost. Oh, there you are, Brett, right there. And to get lost inside of YouTube. How many times I think it's happened to all of us where we've gone into YouTube and we've gone after looking. I don't know. We were looking for something like I was looking for a recipe for curry the other night. You go in there, you start looking around, you go to something else, and then you find yourself looking at just random stuff like little cat videos. You're trying to be productive, and you find yourself somewhere else. That's what YouTube wants, and that's why they're ranking their the videos so high up here. But there's other people that are going to be trying to do this as well. And again, you need to make it so that you can have an advantage over these other people. Now, it's not just the software that is going to be helping people to rank. People actually go out there and they do this kind of stuff manually. They'll build these links and they'll sell it as a service. So if you haven't made any money yet online, if this is something where you've been trying to make money, you've been trying to find some way of doing it, and you just haven't been able to, what you should be doing, and I actually saw, who posted this? I think it was Ben Atkins a day ago, where he was like, if you're trying to make money, you haven't made it, start providing a service to people. That's something that, whether it is going out there and you're writing articles for someone, or you're building backlinks for someone, which is quite appropriate, or you're, I don't know, doing videos for someone, just doing a service is the best way to kind of get your foot in the door in online marketing. I know, Brett, you used to build software for other people, right?
I was actually just thinking that. You don't have to convince me that providing a service is a good thing. That's how I got started. That's how I went from working at a job, like in an office. Well, I was first a carpenter, and then I became a developer in an office. Then I was a freelancer. I provided an online service. That gave me the time that I needed to start an internet marketing business. And then now I don't even have to code anymore.
And sometimes it's just that little bit of extra money. Like I know there's a lot of people that have tried to make money. They haven't even made $1. I've spoken to a lot of them on the phone. They've been doing it for years. They haven't even made like $5 yet. This is an opportunity to start making just a little bit of money, which you can then take. You can reinvest back in your business. You can start figuring out things at a higher level. You can go and you can pay for a coach or whatever you want to do. But this is a way that you can start finally making a little bit of money here. Fiverr. Go to Fiverr. Start looking around for what people are trying to actually get, are actually paying people to do. I've made over $500 a month on Fiverr myself. This isn't something that's theoretical. I've actually done it, and I put out a product about it. Here, this one right here, it says, I will do 500 bookmarks, express gig just in 24 hours for $5. They have 649 reviews. That's just 649 people who have gone back and reviewed them. So how many people have bought this and not reviewed them? And they've got this right here where they've got extra gigs here, so they're not just making $5, they're actually making more money. They've got one here that's $100 where they can go and people are paying them for this. Over 649 people have paid them to do this. Here's another one. I will do social bookmarking submission manually to 200 sites, including top 100 sites for $5. Now, they say they're doing it manually. I doubt they're doing it manually, but you don't have to lie about that. But you can go out there and say that you're going to build 500 sites for 500 backlinks for them. This person has 7,417 reviews and 63 orders in their queue right now. They are actively getting orders from people, and they're only building 200 sites for links. So they're not building tons and tons and tons, but they're building a decent amount that is going to help these people to rank. Now, people wouldn't be buying this over and over again if it didn't have an effect. I mean, I'm sure this person has. They've got people that are return customers. When I was providing services on Fiverr, that was like my business. You have someone that comes and buys from you once, they come back over and over again. Now, here I will.
How many
go ahead
for that guy?
What's
How many
that?
are in queue? That last guy, the one with 7,000. Can you show me that quick?
What did you want to say?
63 orders in queue he has, right?
63.
Go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's important because what that shows is that it's not like he's struggling for work. They're coming in. He's got more than he can handle. So that means there might be room for another person to come in and say, well, look, I can do some, you know. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not like there might be room. There is room if you can go out there and you can provide a little bit more. You can differentiate yourself. Like this person right here says they take 7 days on average to do it, and if you pay them $5 more, they'll do it in 3 days. With the software I'm going to show you today, you can do this in minutes. So you could differentiate yourself, and you could be like guaranteed one day, 24-hour delivery, and be able to really build up your reputation on Fiverr while you're doing that. Like it's something where you can do it faster, and if you can do it faster, when people order this kind of stuff, they don't want it in 7 days. They want it yesterday, right?
I buy voiceovers on Fiverr, and there's one woman that I use, honestly, and I know you've heard her on some of my videos, and you even said you don't like her voice that much, but I buy her over and over again, and I use her because she has 24-hour delivery, and I don't want to wait.
Exactly, yeah. No one wants to wait. We're all impatient for that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is another one here. I will social bookmark your multiple URLs in 4 hours. And again, this one says in 4 hours, so they're doing it fast. And they've got 4,688 reviews and 4 orders in their queue there. And here's one more. I'll do social bookmarking submission manually to 200 sites, including top 100. Or is that the same one? Oh, maybe that was the same one. But anyways, the point is that there's tons of people out there already doing this, and there's plenty of room. If this one has 63 orders in their queue, there's definitely room for more. Now, the software. This is the software, Social Robot. And I'm actually running this on a Mac. So this normally runs on a PC, but if you've got a virtual software, you can actually make it work right on your MacBook, and it's working fine on mine. But most people have PCs. But anyways, okay. So how this works? Oh, no, it's gonna shut down on me because I'm doing a review. How this works is you go into the software, and you will just go and you'll add a project, and you go into their social base. Now what this is a list of websites that you can build links to. Now with the software, depending upon the version that you purchase, it's either going to have 50 sites in it, or it's going to have 100 that come loaded up inside of the software. So you would go in here, you grab the links, you put them right over into your area over here, and you can also add in more sites as well. So if you know how to do this, if you're a professional SEO person, if you want to go out there and you want to pay people to do this for you, you can go in there and you can add in your own sites in here to go along with the software. Now there is a one-time offer, and I want to be completely upfront about that with you. There is a one-time offer that allows you to do, they give you about 900 sites every single month that you can use inside of this software. So they go out there, they check them, they scrape them. They've got a server that's working 24 hours a day, going out there and finding sites that you can build backlinks on. So that's going to be one of the one-time offers that's not included inside the front-end offer, completely optional, but it's going to be for people that want to build more links than the ones that come with the software, or for people that don't want to go out there and find sites that they can build in the software themselves. So what you do is you go in there, you add in your sites. You've got your project settings here. Inside of here, you have the software. You automatically generate your settings. It does this for you. It pulls in all the content. It pulls in your username, your password, your tags. If you're doing something, let's say you want to bring in some content, and you're doing a video about, I don't know, dog training. You go in there, and the software goes out there, and they try to find content about dog training. And there we go. It just brought in dog training. All this is about dog training here. And then you go in here. You can pick your category that you want it to be for that. I don't know, for dog training, I guess I would do entertainment. And what you want to do here, it brings in all this text. And you can go in here, and if you have a spin software, you can actually spin this if you want to do that. I don't care about doing that, Brett. I just kind of I do the shotgun approach. And I just want to get as many links as I can without going in there, without spinning stuff, without doing crazy things. So I just click this button right here. It trims it right down for me so that it fits inside of here. There's also...
So this will find the content for my backlinks, and it will even it'll shorten it for me. So I don't really have to do anything. I'm sorry.
You don't have to do anything.
I haven't seen it yet, and I thought I was going to have to type this stuff in.
No, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do really is to take the backlink of the video and just paste it in here. So you just paste that in there, and I'm not going to show you exactly how to set everything up because that's included inside of the documentation. But all you have to do is you go out there, you create a free Hotmail account. It's so easy. It takes like 2 minutes to do, and I show you all of that inside of the training. Personally, the training's done by me inside there, where I show you how to do it. And that was important for me, Brett, because I get software like this. I open up something like this, and I'm like, how the heck am I going to use this? And I'm not a developer like you are. I'm not someone that understands how all this stuff works. So it was really important that I could have a training that would be doable for people like me. Not for people like you that understand all the bells and whistles, but for people like me that have no idea how this all works with like platforms and pligs. Like I don't understand a lot of this stuff here, but because I was able to go in there and work with a developer personally and create a training, I made it so that you can get started and you can start building your links and not have to worry about the technical stuff if you go through the training. I think it takes about 15 minutes to go through the training and to get all set up. And then what you do, once you have that set up, there's a couple of options. You can go over here, and we have an option here for one-click posting, where what you do is you click this, and it registers the accounts, it verifies the emails for you, it goes out there, it posts the content for you, and it verifies the links for you, all on autopilot. You don't need to do anything. You just click it, and you are done. So that's one option. The next option is you can do things manually. You can click on here. You can register the accounts, which is nice because sometimes it's going to fail sometimes. You can go back in and you can try to register failed accounts again, or you can register the accounts and then you can wait a day and go back in to make it look a little more natural, and then you can click on here and confirm the emails, and then you can wait a little bit and post the content. It just makes it look a little bit more natural. This is for people that are more SEO people that maybe want to have a more control over exactly what they're doing. For me, I just blast it. Like I just want to get those links out as fast as possible, get them out to my YouTube videos, because I know that with YouTube, I don't have to worry like I do with a regular website. I don't have to worry about blasting it with too many links because it's YouTube and it's so used to having that done. One cool thing.
I'm sorry. I just want to clarify. In case people don't understand what you were saying before about registering accounts, these social bookmarking sites, they need you to sign up in order to post bookmarks to them, right?
Yeah. So like these sites right here. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's why you're setting up the Hotmail account inside of the software. The software is actually going to the bookmarking sites, creating your account on the bookmarking sites, confirming the account for you. All that's done automatically for you.
Yeah, and you could do this. You could go out there and you could do this manually. So you could go to these little websites and you could go in. You could set up. You could register an account. Then you could have an email that comes to your email address. You could go and you could click the confirmation link. Then you could go back into the site, put in all your information. So you'd have to type in. You want to put a username, a password, your website URL, your tags, your category, the content. Put that all in there for each one, and if that's why you want to do it, I guess that's fine. But it just lets you blast it out there, and that's like I told you before. I don't care what these softwares do. I just want the results from them. So if they're going to be able to help me get rankings, or if I'm going to be able to take that and make money from it by selling it as a service, then that's what I care about. And what you can do is you can actually go up here, and for each one, you want to right click on it, you can actually open up the post. And you can see here I just ran this one as a test, and my YouTube link is right in there. I think I just clicked an ad for it. Someone just made some money. There's my link is right in there, and it just builds that out there. And what's cool about that and why that's important is because I can then take that and I can export those links, and I can be able to give that to a customer. So if I have a client and they want to know that I'm actually building links for them, I'm not just going to say, hey, I built links. I can say, look, I built links. Here they are. and I want to actually show them to you. One thing I wanted to show you is also there is a scheduler, and this is included in, I believe, the Pro version. I'll show you that in a second, the differences there, where you can have everything that's kind of scheduled out. You can go in here, you can add your job, you can make it so that it does everything a little bit slower. So that's an option inside of there. I also wanted to show you some advanced options here. So for people that are a little advanced, Brett, this is set up so that you can go in there and you can change your threading options. Now what this means, it's how many jobs are being done at the same time. So how aggressive it is at going in there, registering, confirming, posting content. If you've got really fast a really fast internet connection, a really fast computer, you can increase this. If you don't, then you have to decrease it, or it's determined by the license that you have. I just don't touch it. Like I leave it as it is, because again, I'm not a developer. I just leave it as the settings come. So, but it does have the options there for people that are a little bit more advanced. Also, it has CAPTCHA solving. With CAPTCHA, the way that this works is that if you don't use CAPTCHA, then you have to go in there. That's going to bring up those little squibbly things. You know, sometimes you have to put in, like, it will have a word, and you won't be able to like, it's hard for a computer to read, but a human can read it. So what happens is, if you use a CAPTCHA service, it will have people who do it automatically for you. It costs about $1.50 per 1,000 to have this done. So it's such a non-important fee there. If you're doing 1,000 of them, it's going to cost you about $1.50 to have that done for you. But I highly recommend that you use a CAPTCHA. But if you don't want to use it and you want to solve them manually, or you have a virtual assistant that you want to let them solve it manually, you can go ahead and do it. But I highly recommend that you use a CAPTCHA service with it, because it's so cheap. What's that?
When it solves the CAPTCHAs, is that for the registration, like the automatic registration, or is that for the posting as well?
I believe it's for the registration. They might have some CAPTCHA for some other things as well, but it's anytime they want to. These platforms, they are trying to stop software from posting on them automatically. So they actually want to make it so that they don't get hammered with a lot of software coming in at them. So by using that, you're able to make it look more like it's actually a person manually doing it, and that's why you want to use CAPTCHA with it. There's also an option for proxies. If you want to use proxies, you can. I don't, but some people they want to use a proxy to do this through. So that's an option there. Again, these are all options for you, but I personally don't use proxies with the software, and it works fine for me. There's also pinging, so it'll go out, it'll ping your links for you. There's also indexing, and this is actually it's part of one of the one-time offers that I'll tell you about in a minute. We're going to have a service that you can plug in an API key. It's called Link Indexer, and it will automatically submit your successful post to Link Indexer and get them indexed. So we'll take them, it will ping them, it will build links to them, it will make it so that all the links that you're building with the software will be more likely to actually be seen by Google and to give you link juice. Because if you build a link and it doesn't get indexed, then it really doesn't matter. Does that make sense?
Just so you have links to your links.
So you add links to your links. Now some of these links are going to get indexed by themselves, and that's fine. Like a certain percentage of them will get indexed by themselves. But by indexing, by building links and pinging and being more aggressive to your backlinks, you're able to make the links that you're building even more effective. And that's why this is an option. It's completely an option. If you don't want to get it, you don't have to get it. But I'm sure a lot of people are going to think it's pretty cool when they see it. Content, you can use, it has a built-in scraper inside of the software that goes out there and finds that content for you to post. But if you do have Big Content Search, which is a product that came out a little while back, you can use that inside of it. That's completely optional. Again, it's just there for people that want to be able to use it. Spinning, if you want to use a spinning program, if you have SpinWriter, Spinner Chief, Word AI, the best spinner, you can use that to spin the content that you bring into the link builder. Now, I don't use that when I do this. This is, again, something that is completely optional. It just gives you that way of doing it if you want to. Social base, I'm not going to click on that because it's going to show my API key. But that's where you can also integrate the social-based one-time offer that gives you the monthly sites to use with the software. So that's pretty much it. The way that I use the software is I create a project and I use it multiple times to build links. So you can do a project and you can put your link in there. You can build a link to one video, put it through the software, and then go back in, put another link in there, bring in some more content, and then blast it out to that site, build some more links to the next video as well. Of course, it's not going to have a 100% success rate, but normally what happens is if I put in about 1,000 websites in there, I get about 500 links that are successfully built doing that. So I'm getting about a 50% on my success rate on my Mac, but then what happens is I'll go back in and I'll do it again, and I'll get 50 to 100 more successes by doing a manual. I'll do the one-click posting first, and then I'll go back and I'll do the manual account register, and I'll get some of the ones that failed the first time. But it's a heck of a lot easier, Brett, than doing them on your own.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what we had said about before. I mean, a good software is a tool. It makes something that you would normally do yourself a lot easier. You know, that actually it wasn't this Fiverr job, but it's one of the other Fiverr jobs that you showed earlier, and it said it was going to post to up to 200 sites, and I'm wondering if they're not using a software, and that's why they're saying up to. You know, because of it not, you know.
No, it could be, but you can. The nice thing is you can verify all those links, and you can be able to say, like, here, if I said I built you 500 links, here's the 500 links that I built for you, and I'm gonna actually show you what they are. Here's more results that we've gotten. Here's some of the ones that I talked about before that we did as specific case studies for this. These are revenue from videos that have been done. Joshua does rankings with videos. Now I know some people are like, well, you guys have email lists. A lot of these are from ones where Joshua will just go out there, he'll find a product that is a little bit more higher priced, and he'll get those videos to rank. And you don't need too much traffic to come in if the product is actually like a higher priced product there. But as I said before, you want to have a long-term goal and be building an email list from these videos if you're doing the kind of the launch tracking thing that we talked about. There will be more demos of this on the sales page for you guys to check out. I kind of did a quick one today, but just talks about how it does the projects here and goes through and shows you how it's all done there as well. I want to be clear about the options that you have. The prices are going to be lower than what you see here depending upon when you see the sales page. There will be an early bird discount starting at 11 a.m. and going to 1 p.m. So the price is going to be lower during that time and then go up throughout the launch. There's going to be a light version, a professional version, and a standard. So the light one, it just has 2 platforms that it's used on, and that means the platform is the type of website that it actually posts to. It's like a content management system. I'm not a software developer. I don't really understand that stuff too much, but that's just what that says. Max of 20 threads, so that's how that's how fast you can do the work with this. If it's doing 20 threads, it's doing like 20 jobs, so 20 registrations or 20 posts at a time. So the more threads that you use, the faster the software will work. 2 projects. A project is like here's a project. One is my JB demo. One is first. So just like having going in there and having projects of sites that you've set up accounts with. So you're going to have, instead of having more options, you're just going to have those 2 project max there. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The 2 projects. Doesn't mean I can use the software 2 times and it's done. Like,
no, it doesn't.
It just means 2 separate like profiles, or kind of.
Exactly, 2 separate profiles, 2 separate groups of like you've gone in and you've set up registrations with a username and an email, and you've set that up. So that just gives you 2 projects that you can work on. Now, if you've got clients that you're working with and you want to separate that out, and you're building links for a client using a specific account, and you don't want to jeopardize, because sometimes like some of these registrations, they'll go in there and they'll delete some of them. The more projects you have, the more accounts you have. You could build multiple projects and using multiple different email addresses and build those links to one single URL. So it's as advanced as you want to get with it. 300 sites per project here. So that would mean that you would only, even if you go out there and you add in your own sites, or you're using social base and you're getting the 1,000 sites, approximately 1,000 sites per month, you're still going to be limited to that 300 sites per project. You don't get the scheduler that I showed you before. You can only put it on one computer, and it comes with 50 sites loaded up inside of it. Now, here are the other ones. I'm not going to go through each one here, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what that was. The best value one, the one that most people are going to end up getting, is going to have 6 platforms, so it has 6 different sites over here. That doesn't matter for us non-techie people. And the thing that does matter is that it's going to be faster. You can do as many projects as you want. You can do as many sites per project. You can use a scheduler. You can put it on 2 computers. So if you've got your computer and you've got an outsourcer that you want to have them doing all this for you, or you've got a specific computer that you just use for software, you can put it right on that computer. And it comes with 100 sites built right into the software. Now, there was that. Go ahead.
I'm actually literally, as this is funny because it's the truth too. You know, a lot of times I'm an entrepreneur. I do online business. I do offline business. So I always think in an entrepreneur's mindset. And literally, as we're sitting here, and you were talking about that other one, I was honestly reading the best value on when you were talking. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself about those Fiverr jobs that you had posted. I'm thinking, I get the 2-computer one, give one to a VA, have the Fiverr jobs go straight to the VA and not even do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. You could pay your VA.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you could pay your VA a couple dollars, $1 or $2 an hour to do this kind of work, and just have them do everything for you and run that business. It could be just a little. I mean, you're not going to probably get rich from it, but you could be making extra money on autopilot. That's true passive.
$300 a month with not having to do anything will buy me a new car.
Yeah, why not? Like, that's no one. If anyone says no to that, and I know a lot of people would be like, well, $200 a month is nothing. Okay, give it to me. I'll take that $200 a month. Why not? But most people are going to end up getting this one. This one is here as if someone just does want the very, very basic. They don't have a lot of money to spend on this, and they just want the very basic. This one is just a little bit more, and it's going to make more sense. Most people are going to get this one. The first one-time offer. Oh, here's some bonuses there as well that are going to be pretty cool. One that I mentioned before is the Samurai Video Blueprint that's going to show you exactly how to rank videos with the software. A bunch of other bonuses there as well that you're going to see on the sales page. Things that are important are does it work on all systems? Well, you've seen me use this on a Mac today, so I've been doing it all on a Mac, but it's meant to be on a PC. Let's see. Can you cancel? Oh, social base. Can you cancel your subscription? It is a subscription. The first one-time offer is a subscription. You can join. You can cancel at any time. So if you just want to get in there and test it out, and you find out that you don't want to use it later on, you can go ahead and cancel that. But that is a monthly, where the software on the front end is a one-time software. The next one-time offer after that is going to be the link indexer software that I mentioned before. That's going to go ahead and backlink your backlinks as well. So I mean, that's all going to be there to help you out with everything. It all goes together. And if I always tell people, Brett, like if this is enough for you, and you know how to go out there, and you know how to get like 100 sites is enough for you, then that might be fine. But if you want to have be able to build more backlinks, definitely consider picking up Social Base. And if you want to get your backlinks indexed more, then consider picking up the link indexer, because it's going to get you more of your backlinks indexed.
Now, okay, so you get 100 sites with the front end, assuming that people are going to buy the best, you're going to get the best value on. That's the one that just makes sense, honestly, too. So you're going to get the 100 sites, so that means, okay, I can post backlinks to 100 sites as much as I want. If I get the, what's it called, Social Base. Social Base. Now, that is a monthly service.
Yes.
That's to give me access to your server that's constantly finding new sites, right?
Yeah, or you can go out there and you could do it yourself. But I was talking to the developer, and they pay over $500 or $1,000 a month to run that server, just to go out there, and it's constantly finding these sites for people. So it's one of those things that they are actually doing the work for you, And if that's something, if you want to do it yourself, you can, but or you can just have them do all the heavy work for you and pay them a monthly fee for it.
But it's not required. Like if I don't get that, I can still use the software because I'll have those 100 that come with it, right?
Yeah, you can still use the software, and if you go out there and you want to find sites on your own, you can add them right up here with this here. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But for a lot of people, the reason why it goes well with it is because it's just going to be easy. All they do is they go in here, they check for updates, and then they click on update. It's going to go out there. It's going to find that we're all updated with the latest update in the software, and then it's going to click here. You update your social base, and it brings in all the new websites, and you just click here and it transfers it over to your project. And the cool thing is, if you've got a project that you're using over and over again, you can actually click here and you can say don't add existing sites to the project again. So you can just get all those new ones in there, you pull them over, and then you just register the accounts that are all unregistered sites. So you can keep on using the same project with the newer sites. It's pretty cool. You can also hear if you have sites that aren't from Social Base, you can go in there, you can test them, you can remove blacklist sites. It's pretty advanced software, but at the same time, it's user friendly. If you go through my training, which I highly recommend that you do, then it's going to be really, really simple to use after you've gone through it.
What's the price of that, Mike? The monthly fee? Do you mind if I ask?
I believe it's around 27 or 37, depending upon when people see it. I can answer that for you later on. I'll have to talk with Joshua, but I believe it's around 27 or 37.
All right. Now the link indexer, though, that's the one that's going to get links to your links, so that way that's definitely going to help SEO. I think actually there was another product about that.
That one was launched. It's normally $67 a month. What they're doing for this is it's going to be a one-time fee of $97 instead of being a monthly $67. So if you want to, like the first one-time offer is going to be monthly, but that other one, if you want to get it and not have to pay a monthly fee for the link indexer, you can pay one time and never have to pay again.
Awesome. So did we miss anything? Is there anything else we need to go over? Or?
I think we're good. I'm going to come back to you here. Can you see me?
Yep, I got you.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's everything, man. I hope that you guys understand that it's a tool. It's not a magic button, but it does have a kind of a magic button on it that you can click and it will build those links for you. But if you're going to get it, use it. Like get it. Build links to your videos with it, or go out there and be a Fiverr link building specialist. Like I said before, if you haven't made any money yet online, start providing stuff start providing this as a service to people and making their life easier. If you can make someone's life easier, they'll pay you for it over and over again.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, Mike, I don't know. I've usually been on the other side of this. I don't know how to close the video up. I say thanks for coming.
Yeah, I usually say, do you have any other things to say before we wrap it up? And that's pretty much. I think I've said it there. Like it's a cool tool. I wouldn't put my name on a piece of software if I didn't back it. And when I first saw this, it was really important to me that I knew that it worked. I knew that it would actually get people results. That's why I used it and did a very, very, like the developer and I actually got on a phone call for over an hour and a half of him just explaining every single thing about it so that I would understand it and be able to use it and be able to get results from it. And again, I'm not BSing. Like when I use it the first time in my demo with the developer, the first video I used it on ranked on the first page of Google. It wasn't ranking. And we blasted it with the software, and it ended up ranking after. After I saw that, that proved to me that it was like, okay, guys, this isn't just a software that builds links. This is a software that gets results, and that's what I'm concerned with, is actually getting results.
I do the reviews where I review the software, and I'm pretty brutal sometimes when I do my reviews. And what a lot of people don't know, nobody really knows, it was not the last WordPress plugin that I released, but the one before that, the Clickback Rewards software. A lot of people don't know is that you were testing it the night before I released it, and you're telling me all these bugs, and I got to tell you, man, you were driving me nuts. I'm like, God, I'm on the other side of this. This is so horrible, you know. But what's important about that is it shows that you're actually testing the software, that you're actually using the software, and that you wouldn't promote that until I fixed the things that you didn't like, and that was important because that means you probably tested this one as well.
It's funny. When I was going to launch this, guys, I was like, Brett, we're launching this software. I want you to put it to the test. I want you to take this and break it. Like I want you to make it so that it passes your approval because I know it works, but I'm also not a developer. So I need kind of a developer to like. I'm kind of, it's kind of interesting, Brett, where you're on the developer side of it. I'm more on information product side of things. Like I do a lot more information product promotions. You do a lot more software promotions. But for me, I'm like, okay, does it get me my videos to rank? Does it actually get me results? Like that's what I'm concerned with, as I know you are as well. But also, I'm a little more forgiving with the back end area of things. And I know if I can get you to look at it and to kind of like to break it for me, that it's going to have more of your seal of approval. So again, we're a few days before the launch, guys. I know Brett's going to go in there. I know he's going to go in and find anything that's wrong with it. So I look forward to fixing anything that you can break, Brett.
Well, I'm gonna try to break it. Don't worry.
I know.
We'll see what I can come up with. When is the launch time, Mike? Again, one last time.
It's going to be on Thursday, May 21st. The early bird pricing, the lowest price that you're going to be able to get is from 11 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. So if you're going to get it then. The price is going to go up gradually throughout the launch. But if I always tell my people, if you're going to get it, you might as well get it the lowest time and pay the least amount of money for it. But yeah, Brett, cool man. Thank you so much for having me on your show, and I look forward to seeing you break my software and making it work the best for your customers.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mike. You have a good one.